This is the IST Health Tip of the Day. I'm your host, Roberto Parker. This podcast, we tackle the tough questions related to exercise, training for athletes, human performance, biochemical, biomechanical dysfunctions, problems that sometimes you have questions about that you don't quite know the answer to. So stay tuned, enjoy, take good notes, and God bless. Hello everybody, Roberto here with IST, the Health Tip of the Day. Today I'm going to talk about aerobic training and anaerobic training. Now, I've been in the business a long time of training people. I was a strength coach for many, many years at the collegiate level and the National Football League level. And I've read a lot of different stuff on how to train people, how to train athletes, how to train for weight loss, how to train for muscle gain. There are some people out there who are very, very pro aerobic cardiovascular training, and there are some who are pretty much anti cardiovascular training, aerobic training. Both have their pros and cons. Now, I'm going to go over some details here. I don't want to bore you, but please stay with me here. I'm going to look at the difference of aerobic versus anaerobic. Aerobic, I'll get over here. Aerobic is pretty much aerobic cardiovascular type of training that you hear a lot about. Anything that's in excess of about 2 to 3 minutes non-stop movement is considered aerobic. It's more endurance oriented. The advantage of aerobic training, cardiovascular training, is that it will increase mitochondrial tissues within the cell, which is good. That's what you want. Now, there are studies and data showing that excessive amounts of cardio aerobic type of training, if you take it too far, can catabolize lean muscle tissue, lean tissues of the body. So if you take it too far, you can actually start losing some muscle and losing some lean body tissue. Now, over here on the flip side, we have anaerobic. Now, anything from 0 to 10 seconds where you just go all out, 100% max, that's what we call alactate, meaning that your body's not really producing any lactic acid. That's going to be your most power and strength-oriented areas within the anaerobic umbrella here. Anything more than 10 seconds up to 2 minutes or longer, your body will start to feel some burning. The lungs, possibly your muscles will start to burn. That's lactic acid kicking in. Now, anaerobic training is more muscle building oriented. You're going to produce growth hormone. That's going to kick in more. And testosterone, yes, for men and women. I know women don't have as much, but your body will develop more testosterone. Now, just like over here, anything in excess can be bad for you. If you take it too far, too much to the max, without enough recovery, your body will elevate cortisol, which in essence will bring on a lot of inflammation, and possibly once again you'll lose some lean body tissue. But here are the key components. No matter what you do, whether it's aerobic or anaerobic, you have to find what works best for your body type. I've said that many, many times in my previous podcasts. You've got to find what works best for you. How many sets, how many reps, how much recovery in between your sets and your reps, the amount of load, meaning the amount of intensity and or weight, the amount of volume, the tempo, how fast you're going to do it, the duration, how long you're going to do it, and how often you're going to do it, the frequency. Now, I'm going to show you some videos here in a second of some various movements. Personally, when I train people, I like doing circuit training. Now, my last podcast, I talked about that. I'll put that on the show notes here. Circuit training is best. If you're the type of person who just likes doing aerobics, just from a mental standpoint, it makes you feel better, then do it. but you got to work in some strength exercises. On the other hand, on the flip side, if you're the type of person who just loves to lift weights, you love to do pull-ups, you love to do push-ups, you're more of a strength person, do it. But make sure you work in some sort of endurance training. You have to do that. Don't be so one-dimensional in everything that you do. Once again, I believe in designing a circuit. So if I was going to design a program for you, I'm going to make this a combination of both of these, aerobic and anaerobic. Now some people today, some trainers call that high-intensity interval training, which is good. Getting back to the sets, reps, recovery, load, volume, tempo, duration, frequency. You can adjust that circuit any way you want. If you have more recovery between your sets and more weight, more load, that's more of a strength circuit. If you reduce the recovery and increase the reps and decrease the load, now that's more of an endurance circuit. You can flip-flop back and forth between those. For example, if I were to go to a running track, let's say a local high school or middle school, and I had a kettlebell with me, I'm going to swing the kettlebell 20 times, then do a lap around the track. Well, that's more strength, right? Now, what if I use a 200-pound kettlebell and only do 5 swings, and then I do a lap around the track? That's more strength on the far end and endurance, because I also do a lap. So that's the type of thing I'm talking about, where you can combine and mix and match what you're doing depending upon your mindset, your motivation level, and your body type. Now, I want to read a quick study here by Dr. Donald Layman. He's a guy that I follow on YouTube quite a bit. He is a medical doctor, and he has done a lot of work in the areas of proteins and what it can do for you, the pros and cons of protein. But anyway, variable number 1 in the study that he conducted, and this is regarding food, by the way, and exercise. The first group was a low-calorie, fairly high carbohydrate group over a period of time. This was their diet, so to speak. This group lost 90% muscle and 10% body fat. I don't know about you, but I don't want to lose 90% of my muscle. They lost weight, but it was 90% muscle they lost. Variable number 2, low carbohydrates, low calories. This group was a little better. 50-50 loss of muscle and fat. Now, group number 3, now keep in mind the first 2 did no exercise at all. Group number 3, low carbs, high protein, moderate amount of calories. They really didn't drastically reduce calories. They implemented strength exercises and some cardio exercises and some circuit training. This group lost 95% fat and only 5% muscle. So guys, no matter what you do, you've got to do the exercise and the right type of eating plan for you. You've got to find the right exercise plan for you too, but find the right eating plan for you as well. Okay, now I'm going to show you some exercises here. Everything I'm going to show you can be done for strength, whereas you go really, really, really fast, or you have a lot of weight in your hands, or in your legs, or in your back, if you're doing squats or lunges or something like that. It can be more strength-oriented. It could be more endurance-oriented. In other words, it could be more anaerobic, or it can be more aerobic. So guys, take care. Hope you learned something today. Check out my YouTube page. Subscribe to that. Check out the show notes. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, Rumble, and also Twitter, and also LinkedIn. So check me out, subscribe, and let's talk. This has been another IST Health Tip of the Day. Take care and God bless. Bye-bye. Sledgehammer hits on the tire. Power first. I go for speed. Now, if if I did this nonstop for 2, 3, 4 minutes, that is definitely more aerobic and a combination of some strength and power. Jogging on a mini trampoline. Sprinting. Jumping. Jogging again. Sprinting. Jumping. Jumping rope. Fast. Moving forward, backwards. Moving sideways.